it's Necey Dixon. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, y'all, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Okay, good morning. I hope y'all are watching this on your way to work, on your lunch break. Y'all let me know when and where y'all are watching this from. But y'all, it's time to get into the foolery. It's time to get into the foolery. I was so ready to use this clown mask, y'all, because this episode was some straight foolery. It was some straight clown shit. And it's hilarious because I call this show Porsha's Family Mess Matters. And it is on some Porsha's Family Mess. And Simon, City Boy Simon, is just here for the ruckus of it all because he's trying to secure a bag. He's a city boy, like I told y'all. Okay, and for another thing, Porsha out here dragging people like she used to. She dragging people down to Mexico like she was trying to drag Kenya on that stage with that damn baton. And I need to know, Porsha, are you still in anger management? We also need to talk about Dennis's involvement, and I also have clips of the fight, or one clip, and we're going to discuss the clip, okay? All in all, I felt like it was a pretty boring episode leading up until that point. I feel like they dragged out a lot of the conversations in like the first 3/4 of the episode, and then the last quarter of it was the fight. Not even quarter. The last 2 seconds of it was the fight, okay? Now, for those of you who've seen the episode, y'all know I got to do my little polls before we get into it. So, who was more wrong? Dom, the assistant, or Dennis? Dom or Dennis? Who do y'all think was wrong when it came to the situation at the dinner table? Lastly, my last poll for y'all has everything to do with this fight. People are saying that it looks like Dennis initiated the fight, like he reached over into Porsha. And other people are saying that Dennis reached over in response for Porsha trying to attack Mama Gina. Y'all tell me, who started what when it came to the fight? Did Porsha start the fight and did Dennis start the fight, okay? Again, y'all, this is a pre-recorded video. Comment below. I'm going to be lighting up the comment box with y'all, okay? And then after that, we're going to talk about Miss Ariana Curry, a.k.a. Coleslaw, a.k.a. Dolphin Teeth, as Bondi says it, a.k.a. Martell Holt's side chick. So that's going to be coming right after this video, okay? And as always, be sure to follow me on social media. With that being said, y'all, let's get into the damn video. How about this damn thumbnail, though? Okay? I had to post a picture of the mess and pretty much the 3 main people who got into an argument. And y'all, honestly, it's getting a little bit weird. It is getting a little bit weird how Dennis continues to be so easily triggered by Storm. And vice versa. And yes, Storm also went to social media posting pictures and she labeled Dennis as a creep. So we're going to talk about that as well. We have her screenshots. But it's getting weird. Why are y'all so easily triggered by each other? It's getting to the point to where I honestly feel like y'all had some sort of sexual relation, okay? And even if y'all didn't have some sort of sexual relation, something inappropriate went down between you and Stormy. Don't even have to be physical, but something inappropriate went down to where I feel like Porsha would feel some type of way, which is why y'all are acting like this. I know Stormy already came out and said that she was a lesbian. She said she don't like men's, okay? She already said it. But something is weird to me. Y'all tell me if it's just me. All right, so we're going to go in order of events. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. All your pictures are below. All right. So, y'all, the episode starts off with Dennis and Lauren and a couple of the other vacationers, and they're taking a yoga class. Of course, no Porsha at the yoga class. No healing for Porsha, even though Porsha was the one who planned this whole retreat. It seems as though Porsha wants everyone else to do the healing while she sits back and lets everybody adjust to her tune. And I'm glad Lauren called her out about this. So like I said, no Porsha. After the yoga, we see Dennis, Lauren, Dom, and the assistant Lauren sitting down in one of the hotel rooms and they having a conversation. Dennis then says, "This trip is in vain." It's in vain. He sounded like a like an actual old man when he said that. But anyway, he tells Lauren that this entire trip is in vain and it's a waste of damn time if Porsha don't want to be involved. And I have to say, Dennis, you may be a fuck boy, but Dennis, you have a lot of sense when it comes to this. And Dennis, you have been extremely cooperative when it comes to Porsha's bullshit, the family trip. Because she's trying to make it seem like it's a whole love and light thing, like everybody's just going to get along and this is her ultimate goal. It probably is her ultimate goal, but she doesn't want to do the work. I feel like it's a little bit wanting to make sure that Dennis feels some type of way, so that Dennis can see her with her new man. And a whole lot of, oh, I want this to be good for PJ, but in the process, I can hurt her daddy feelings as well. So I have to give Dennis a pat on the back and say that he's been extremely cooperative when it comes to that, okay? Because in my opinion, Dennis bringing work on the trip is like little bullshit compared to this game that Porsha is playing, trying to make us think that she really actually wants Simon. We know that's her fiance for now. So I got to give credit where it's due, okay? So Dennis says that. All the while, Lauren is agreeing. She knows that it's factual, but then she explains that she corrects Porsha in private. She says that it's hard for her to correct Porsha in general, because people online talk bad about her, including me, okay? I do sometimes, for real. I just call it for what it is. So Lauren feels like it's hard for her to go home after Porsha has already received so much backlash and be like, okay, you were wrong for this, that, and the third. But we do see her hold her accountable later on in the episode. So let's not forget, Dom and Lauren, the assistant, is also sitting at the table. And that's where Dennis starts to bring up some of his concerns. He says he's unsure if Simon even sees Porsha as somebody who's not a celebrity. So I'm like, Dennis, so you feel the same way I do. So you feel like Simon is a city boy and Simon is trying to secure a bag with Porsha Williams of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Everybody on this show, everybody on the cast is seeing it the way that we're seeing it. And that's why I'm just like, I cannot do a review without saying, Porsha, this ain't giving what you thought it was going to give. Like, honestly, I think Porsha thought that this was going to be something that worked in her favor, that everybody was going to be, you know, full of the smoke and mirrors and everybody was going to be on the same page as her, believing that her and Simon was really like a thing. This looks foolish, Porsha. And I'm just like, oh, I got to pull out the clown mask for that. I really do have to pull out the clown mask for that. So now, y'all, Dom and Dennis start having a conversation. This is where Dom says he feels like he's owed an apology from Dennis. And it's because Dennis claimed that he was going to beat his ass. This is in regards to Dom being a snitch or being the ops, okay? I like to say ops on my channel. I usually say ops when I'm talking about Real Housewives of Potomac, but it was good to see them break out the definition, because I remember when I started saying, oh, the ops. Giselle and Robert are the ops. People will be in my comments like, what are the ops? What are you saying? What are you talking about? So I'm glad to see that they broke that out. Now, Dennis wanted to beat Dom's ass in regards to him being an op, meaning that when Dennis cheated on Porsha, Dom was the reason why she found out, okay? Now I feel two ways about that. After seeing this episode, I feel like Dom is messy as fuck. I feel like he's an ass kisser, just like everybody else. So that's annoying. But I also feel like if it wasn't no bitch, there'd be no snitch. Excuse my language, but that's exactly what Dom said to Dennis. And I'm kind of like, he ain't lying about that, Dennis, right? So this is in regards, again, to him hiring one of the women that he cheated on Porsha with at his bar. He claims he didn't hire her. So they briefly have that conversation there. They're going to have this conversation 3 times in the episode. And this is another reason why I'm annoyed with Dom, because I'm like, if y'all really was about to talk about catching a fade, if y'all was really going to be fighting, why wait until you get in front of Porsha to turn all the way up? That was hella annoying. So Lauren, Dom, and Dennis continue the conversation, the assistant. And Lauren says she wants to know why Simon's other 3 marriages did not work. Like, yes, you're bringing up a really good point. Does he not just see her as a human? Does he only see her as a celebrity? Why didn't his other 3 relationships work? And then Dennis feels comfortable spilling the tea about the moving company. Now, remember, y'all, a couple episodes ago at brunch or breakfast or whatever it was, we see Simon and Dennis having a conversation. And that's where Simon tells him, I have a professional moving company on speed dial for whenever I'm ready to get one of my wives out the house. When it's done, it's done. Picks up all their fabrics and everything else. So Dennis saw that as a red flag, and he was like, Porsha better be careful. But not only did he say Porsha better be careful in his confessional, he said that to Lauren and Dom. So Dennis, you messy, okay? Because you've already stated that Dom is a snitch, that you can't trust them because they're Porsha's friends. So you know you wanted this information to get back to Porsha because you know that it's bothering you that she's with this man. You want her to be nervous thinking that he about to kick her stuff out the house ASAP, okay? The reason why that's not going to be is because Simon needs Porsha. Porsha is a celebrity, and you know that. Porsha is the long-term bag, the stable bag, okay? Because shout out to Tisa, like I told y'all, she had them receipts that a lot of Simon's stuff is rented for those of you who are not up to date with the stuff, okay? Simon's stuff is rented. Porsha's money is legitimate, okay? Signed by Bravo. So I don't think that Simon's going to be the one that ever kicked Porsha out, but I do think that Dennis wants her to be shaking in her damn boots, which is why he told Dom and Lauren, the assistant. So what's funny is Lauren, the sister, walks in and she says, what about a moving company? And that's where Dennis makes up some lie. He was like, oh, I saw the moving company. I'm like, that is too damn funny, okay? So we move on from that scene. Now we see Porsha and Lauren having a conversation on the balcony, and this is where Lauren keeps that same energy that she had with Dennis. I'm like, okay, shout out to Lauren. The energy she had with Dennis was that they needed to hold Porsha accountable for not being present on her own trip that she called. So Porsha says that she doesn't see an issue with Dennis having the female or the piece of work at the resort. She has an issue with the fact that it's a family retreat. So why would you bring her to a family retreat? And this is where I say, Porsha, you should have been working on solidifying this fake relationship with Simon before you brought him on an extended family retreat. Because based on episode 1, where y'all was sitting down having conversations about had he ever cheated before, he was telling you about his daddy and granddaddies, you don't really know this man like that, okay? So I think you should have worked on solidifying that relationship before you worked on the family retreat. But in this scene, she explains to us why it's so important for her to have a blended family, right? So then Porsha then says that she has completely let go of the idea of Mama Gina being a part of her family. As far as Lil Pilar goes, Mama Gina is a part of Pilar's family, but not Porsha's family. So that's whenever Lauren is like, you shouldn't be comfortable with being open based on who's in the room. You should be comfortable being open 100% of the time. You can't just cut people off because shit gets hard, right? So then Porsha starts giving examples of why she can't really fool with Mama Gina. She says she can't fool with Mama Gina because of how she taunted the fact that Dennis brought another girl on the retreat. And I know some of y'all can't stand Mama Gina, but in my opinion, like, I would have been taunting that in her face too. Mama Gina is literally doing what any mom would do. She does overstep boundaries because he's a grown-ass man. But if somebody would have been playing games in my son's face, wanting him to feel some type of way about having your fake fiance around, yeah, I would have been laughing that he brought some work on the trip, right? So Porsha's feeling some type of way. Then she also talked about how Mama Gina is usually mute at dinners, but now she has something to throw in her face. She's laughing about it. So Lauren then explains to her in a very peaceful way, in a very, spiritual leader type of way, that you're finding the way to place blame on everybody but yourself. So Porsha starts turning up and she's like, okay, teacher, okay, spiritual leader, I don't have the tools that I need. And that's where Lauren says, but you do have the tools. You've been skipping yoga. You've been skipping meditation. If you come to those things and you come to my room, I can supply you the tools that you need. So then Porsha then says, I'm fixed. I'm fixed. I'm fixed. Girl, where? What fixed woman is bringing around a stranger that you've known of 2 weeks? You knew him longer than that, my bad, because she knew him before they were even on Atlanta. But what woman is dating a man for 2 weeks that's currently married, and then you want to turn your focus into co-parenting? Co-parenting is just code for, I want you to be in the same room with Dennis so we can make Dennis mad. But let's just call it co-parenting. No woman, okay, who is fixed is going to introduce a man that's practically a stranger to her daughter and say, this your new stepdaddy. Who? What? Girl, bye. Okay, so then Lauren says, no, you're not fixed. Lauren holds her accountable, and then Porsha finally admits that the reason why she's so focused on having this blended family is because when she was growing up, she never seen her mom step into the home of their father and his new wife, which was Lauren's mother. So she said that she always felt like if Diane had just stepped into the home, that her two worlds would have collided. And when she said that, I felt like that was literally the only time in a while that we had seen Porsha actually being real. I was like, okay, that's real. That's real all the way. But y'all, I just got done talking about trauma and my Ready to Love review and how people sometimes bring that up in response to avoid taking blame. Okay. While all of that is real, what Porsha said, I still don't feel like that explains why your priority is co-parenting with this man who you don't know like that just yet. Can we say two things are true at once? Can we say that you want to make Dennis feel bad and that you also want to create a good environment for PJ? You could create a good environment for PJ by strengthening this relationship with Simon, if that's who you're choosing, without your motivating factor being to make Dennis jealous. Do y'all follow what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, so many things could be true. While you do want this happy home, it's like the way you're going about it is not 100% to PJ's benefit. If it was 100% to PJ's benefit, you would make sure that this man checked all the damn boxes before bringing him around. It's also to your benefit because your motive is to make Dennis jealous. That's all I gotta say. So Lauren and Porsha end up hugging it out at the end of their talk, and they go on to the day's event. So what Lauren has planned for the day is everybody is splitting up in groups. We see Aunt Liz and Mama Gina going to a spa, and y'all know that Aunt Liz and Mama Gina was kikiing and talking ish about Porsha's other side of the family, okay? Because the family that's related to Hosea Williams sees themselves as much more classier than Miss Diane and her people, okay? So you know they was down there talking about the shenanigans. Then we see Porsha, Lauren, Storm, and Simon going ATV riding. Porsha ends up breaking a nail, and while her nail is broken, you see Storm kissing her ass, talking about, your boobs look good though. Storm, like Dennis said, you are not Porsha Williams, baby. Girl, I can't. Okay, we're gonna talk about Storm and what she said on Twitter at the end of this video. And then we see tequila tasting. Tequila tasting is another event, and we see Londi, Lauren, and Dom and Dennis going out for this tequila tasting, right? I'm actually glad that Dennis was able to go on this tequila tasting without Lauren, because Lauren definitely would have been regulating the damn conversation. I feel like they felt a lot more free to have the conversations that they wanted to have about Porsha. So immediately on the bus, this is why I can't really get with Dom. As soon as they get on the bus, Dom is being messy as hell. He says, well, Dennis, I feel like you still haven't let go of things. I feel like you haven't let go of some things between you and Porsha. And Dennis is like, what you mean? I'm like, Dom, you're not family. Dom, you have no reason to be on this trip other than to start mess, okay? And Lauren says, so is Dennis and Porsha really done? And Dennis says to them, well, we just broke up yesterday. And they like, so what do you mean by yesterday? He says like 3 months ago. We just broke up 3 months ago. And you telling me in 3 months you about to be married. He's not wrong at all. That's why I'm saying that he's very, I got to give him a pat on the back for actually entertaining this bullshit because she really dressed up her bullshit in a bow and called it co-parenting. Girl. Okay. So Londi then is joking about how she saw Miss Thing Thing, aka Dennis's work in the hotel, and that she was sucking hookah like Superhead. I was like, Londi, you are too funny, Londi. This is why you are my fave, Londi. Okay, and Londi, I know you probably be down to YouTube watching people light your cousin up because you know what we are saying is true. It's all love, okay? Porsha was my favorite on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She really was. And honestly, still one of my favorites from Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I have to call foolery as I see it, okay? So, Londi, just DM me your fake username. Let me know where I'm wrong, where I'm right. And I ain't gonna tell nobody. 1 second. Okay, I am back, right? All right, so like I said, they had some messy conversations on the bus. They also joked about Miss Darlene and Storm, how Miss Darlene acted like she had the Holy Ghost down to the river. That was hilarious, okay? But now let's go ahead and get to the real juicy part of the episode. We see the 4 of them at the tequila tasting. Again, Dennis, Londi, Lauren, and Dom. And they're having conversations about Porsha. Lauren says that Porsha, and this is the assistant Lauren, not her sister. Lauren says that Porsha is not intact with her feelings. And it's hilarious, not literally hilarious, but it's very interesting because when we were talking on Ooh Ladies First panel, Bondi said the exact same thing. She said that Porsha has a way of not really addressing her emotions, sweeping things under the rug, and living in a la-la land type of thing. And that's exactly what we see her doing. And that's what a lot of the people on the show are saying too. It's just real interesting to see that her friends and family are saying a lot of the things that we're saying online. So another reason why I'm like, this didn't really hit the way you thought it was gonna hit, right? So now, y'all, let's get to the next part. I heard the front door open, and I'm like, what is it? That's why I was like, I can't focus, but I'm not really too worried about it. Okay, because I'm not the only person home. So anyway, the other thing they talk about that's real messy is Porsha not drinking the night before. Is Porsha pregnant? Dennis is shaking in his boots like, oh, what? Is she pregnant? She pregnant? And Dom is being messy. And then Lauren ends up saying that, no, I know she's not pregnant because I saw her pee on a stick. So I'm like, that's interesting that she was wondering if she was pregnant. And Dennis ends up making a joke. Oh, man, she let him hit in 2 days. Lonnie says, well, she let you hit in 1. And I was like, ooh, did she? Okay. Because I always taught y'all about Real Housewives of Atlanta when she's like, oh, he got money. Oh, he ain't got no kids. Oh, he got a ring. Y'all remember that, okay? All he had to do was check the boxes. And like I told y'all, she's taking them ball bellied and all, as long as they have a little bit of a coin, okay? So now, Dennis ends up asking Londi, why does Porsha treat you so bad? And Londi just bluntly says, it's because I'm too blunt for her and I'm not going to kiss her ass. She said that her and Porsha have always had a cousin relationship, assistant business relationship, but they have never been able to have a friendship. Now, next, they start talking about the beef with Storm. And I felt like this was a good question, even though it came from Dom's messy ass. Dom was like, Dennis, what's the beef with Storm? And Dennis says multiple things. I threw Storm a 21st birthday party and she was complaining, saying that nobody ever threw her a birthday party. So then everybody's like, what? Why would you throw her a birthday party? Honestly, what's the history, right? So then he just explains that Storm used to work for him. She got fired for being disrespectful. And that was pretty much it. So I'm like, that can't be it, okay? Y'all, on one hand, Dennis says that he didn't hire the woman who he cheated on Porsha with because he has no visibility to his 600 employees. But on the other hand, Storm was being disrespectful and y'all had a relationship, even though she was only one of 600 employees. The math ain't mathing. Either you have visibility to your employees or you don't, right? So then they asked him, was anything ever going on? Like, were you attracted to her? And he says, bro, Storm is not no Porsha Williams. And when he said that, y'all, as much as I do enjoy Dennis's personality, I feel like his response was of someone who probably was upset that he couldn't pull her, to be real. Because instead of you just saying, no, I wasn't attracted to her, you had to find a way to downplay her. And that's why I'm like, where's all this animosity coming from? I don't understand. So then as a group, they all discuss how it's disturbing that Porsha is really condoning Storm's behavior and that Storm is really just kissing her butt. Like, they ain't never been cool like that in the entire 5 years that Dennis has known Porsha. So I'm like, yeah, okay. Next, this is the second time, okay, that Dom and Dennis talk about the fact that Dennis snitched on Dom. Not Dennis. Dom snitched on Dennis hiring the woman who he cheated on Porsha with while she was pregnant. This is the second time. So Dom says that he told Lauren, he didn't tell Porsha. Londy's like, well, what do you expect? He worked for Porsha. Dennis is like, yeah, I owe him a fade. He need to catch a fade, blah, blah, blah. But the conversation ends in laughter, okay? So take note. They talk about it on the bus. They talk about it at the tequila tasting. Both times the conversation ends in laughter. It's not until Dom gets in front of Porsha that he want to turn up and act like he really about that life, okay? So now let's move on to the dinner. Y'all see him with the neck after you done started all that. Okay, so dinner time. Storm, she's following after Porsha. Porsha, where are you sitting? Where are you sitting? So she sits down next to Porsha. You notice that Aunt Liz and Gina have really bonded, really had a kiki because Gina's sitting at the table a little bit more confident. Gina's sitting there, not on mute. She got a little bit more petty comments, you could tell. So anyway, Porsha immediately asks, how was Tequila? And Dom is the one to bring up that they played a game of truth or dare, but with Tequila. And he could have stopped there, but he didn't. And he said some things came out. I was like, ugh. Here we go, Dom. You done had 2 opportunities to talk to Dennis about this in person, but you wait until you get in front of Porsha to act like you really about that life. Was she gonna raise your pay? Tell me she was gonna raise your pay for this. And she might. Did you do this for a coin? Is you a city boy like Simon Dom? Tell me. Sips out of my cup. Okay, by the way, y'all, this is my my brunch squad cup. Okay, tell me if y'all like it. I had a website where I was selling my brunch squad merch and then I stopped. It has the black handle, the pink and the white. I might do some things like change the colors, but okay, back to the episode. Back to the episode. Dom, you messy as hell for that, okay? So Dennis ends up saying, well, Dom told on Lauren because Porsha's going around asking for explanations. Like, what was it? What was it? What was it? And I think Porsha was so ready to find out what it was because she was ready for any opportunity to turn the hell up on Dennis. Any opportunity. I don't understand why she needed to get to the bottom of this. What came out? If you were there with your future husband or fiance for now, because it didn't even sound right coming out of my mouth saying future husband, because we know that ain't tea. Anyway, if you're sitting there with him, what dirt are you so pressed to find out about, right? So Lauren's like, what did I do? What did I do? And then Lauren, the assistant, explains exactly what went down. How Dennis hired a woman who he cheated on Porsha with while she was pregnant. Porsha already knows about this. They've already argued about it. They've already broken up about it. So Gina is like, why are we talking about this? Whatever it is, get over it. And I'm with Mama Gina on this one because I'm tired of talking about it. How many more episodes do we have of this, right? So Porsha's yelling, Simon wouldn't do that. Simon would never sleep with his young bartender. Good. Then stay with Simon. You are with Simon, right? Good. Then why are you pressed? Good. Then why are you comparing Simon to Dennis if you're not with Dennis? What's going on? What's going on? And then in the confessional, Simon says, well, I don't think that Porsha still has feelings. I can't do the voice like Tisa. He says, I don't think Porsha has feelings for Dennis. I think she just harbors a lot of resentment. And I think it's mostly resentment, but she still loves that man, Simon. And you know that. But you there for the ride because you a muff city boy, okay? You a city boy and you there for the ride. So you know what it is. You're going to play your position. So Gina is clearly turned from the conversation that she had with Aunt Liz. Gina was already going to be turned because she had been ready to say the things that she wanted to say on her son's behalf because she oversteps her boundaries. But now that she's had this great spa day with Aunt Liz, she's making a lot of comments, right? So then everybody's hollering. Dom is hollering, if you're going to do something, then do something. He looking up in the sky looking like he going to cry. And I'm like, Dom, you had all day to fight this man. Why are you challenging him now? Okay. And then when it came down to it, to the physical part of it, you weren't even involved, Dom. So was you really about that life? I think not. Now, Gina says we can move on. Storm says, well, your son is the one that's still talking. Now, take note. Let me rewind just a little bit. Mama Gina says, can we move on? And when Mama Gina says that, Lauren Williams, the sister, says, well, you're saying that to everybody. Dennis is also involved. Everyone is involved in the mess. Everybody's involved in it. Lauren says that to Gina. It's not until Storm says something in response to Mama Gina that Dennis goes off. And I'm like, that's another reason why I'm like, Storm all but repeated the same thing that Lauren said to your mama. But it wasn't until Storm said something that you turned up to the next degree. What is it that's so triggering about Storm, Dennis? Storm. Somebody enter the chat and tell me what's really going on. So Lauren says everybody's in the mess in response to Mama Gina. Then Storm says, well, your son is still talking. He's still the one talking. And then it says, Storm, shut the f up. He tells her to shut the F up. I was like, ah. And that's where Porsha says, you're not going to keep telling my little cousin to shut the F up. So Storm and Porsha get up and they walk over to a corner. I'm not sure why they stopped. Simon walks up behind them. Dennis then gets up and Mama Gina is saying, no, don't get up. And he says, no, Mama, we about to leave. Let's go. Storm says, you about to leave and you still here 4 days later? You been saying that. So then that's where he's telling her, shut up, right? So then it just all gets chaotic. And then the part that was killing me, I can't review this without leaving this part out. Dennis turns around and says to Darlene, you were part of the problem. And I was like, not you, lightweight calling Darlene a bad mom or making Storm the way that she is. And low-key, we was all thinking that, low-key, we was all thinking somewhere along them lines, but not you taking the time to turn around and address Mama Darlene. Oh my gosh. So it looks to me, based on the video clip, this is where I'm going to show the video clip. It looks to me as though Porsha leans over to her left, okay? So pay attention. Initially, Mama Gina is standing behind Dennis. Then Mama Gina disappears from the screen. It looks like she walks forward to her right, to the right of the screen, right? To the right of the screen, you see Porsha lean her hand over, and you see Dennis lean his head towards the hand towards the right of the screen as well. As soon as Porsha notices that Dennis is leaning in her direction, she starts punching at him. So a lot of people can't tell what's going on. From Storm's side of things, and we're going to talk about what she said on Twitter, Storm says that she was attacked by Dennis. Girl, I think he was caught up in the crossfire. I don't know exactly what happened. I need another angle, but based on this angle, it looks like Porsha leaned towards Mama Gina. Dennis leaned to break up whatever was going on or to try to stop Porsha from making contact with his mama. Porsha got mad and started fighting, just like she did that girl at the damn Christmas party in the alley. So I have the video clip. I'm about to show it to y'all. I'm gonna play it probably 2 times and y'all tell me what y'all think. Here we go.
To be here, you asked me to come.
Later.
Storm, shut your ass up.
Go. You and your mom. Get the out.
Girl, shut up.
Well, we'll deal with this. We'll deal with this one another day, okay?
Spiritual leader, you best in leading.
I heard what I said.
You ain't got
A mess. A mess. Okay, I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that one more time for the people who didn't catch it. I'm gonna play that one more time. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Okay, here we go. 3, 2.
to be here. You asked me to come.
Later.
Storm, shut your ass up.
Go. You and your mom. Get the out.
Girl, shut up.
Well, we'll deal with this. We'll deal with this one another day, okay?
Spiritual leader, you best in leading.
I heard what I said.
You ain't got
Porsha's family mess, y'all. Okay, Porsha's family mess. Now, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. As far as Storm coming to Twitter, she posted pictures of the aftermath. Now, y'all, keep in mind, this happened over the summer. Okay, because that's whenever they started filming for this show, over the summer. Why are we getting these pictures right now? Did you go to the police? I need to know. Okay, so these are the pictures she posted. Her tweets, let me go ahead and read them for y'all, for those y'all who are not looking at the screen. She says, Dennis physically assaulted me in Mexico. She said, I've been silent long enough. This man has sexually harassed me, and now a grown-ass 40-plus-year-old man physically assaulted me in Mexico. I'm sick of it. Hashtag Porsha's family matters. Now, the next tweets, oh, I forgot to do it in her voice. Dennis is a pedophile. I was 18, 19 back when I worked for him and sexually harassed me the entire time I worked in his establishments. I am a lesbian. We did not ever see each other outside of work, and I have messages. I can't keep it up, y'all. Stop the cap. Don't nobody want his fat ass, is what she says. Last tweet, she says, this man sexual harassed me for months until I quit. I was not fired. Questions that need answers from me. Dennis says that she was hired and refired multiple times. So the question for me is, why were you fired and rehired, and why did you come back? I don't know. Did you need the money? Was the job good? Because sometimes people are in those situations where they need money, okay? But yeah, she definitely labels this man as a creep. She says that he assaulted her, working for her sexually. So I need to know, I would like to know more about that, honestly, because you can tell that the tension between the two of them is something awkward. It's weird. It's so much aggression. And I'm like, why? Okay. Now, y'all, like I told y'all, I'm in the chat box talking to y'all right now. Y'all, let me know. Let me know what y'all think is what, okay? Before we peace out, I need y'all to go ahead and do me a favor. Like the video. And lastly, I gotta play this fight one more time. I gotta play it one more time. I'm so sorry.
to be here. You asked me to come.
Later.
Storm, shut your ass up.
Go. You and your mom. Get the out.
Girl, shut up.
Well, we'll deal with this. We'll deal with this one another day, okay?
Spiritual leader, you best in leading.
I heard what I said.
You ain't got
Y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all